Hello guys and welcome to another SCPH sent in by the community. And this one's gonna be a ZVZ this time. And let's introduce our players into our matchup. Here on the top and the bottom left rather. It's gonna be AgentX playing on that red Zerg. I guess I don't know what top and bottom right now. But this time on the top right, making sure it's up here on that mini map. It's gonna be trichinopoly. Trichinopoly. Sounds like an interesting board game. So this is gonna be ZVZ, both of them playing that mechanical Zerg. And we'll see who will take the W here in New Repugnancy LE. AgentX and Trichinopoly gonna be sending on those overlords. Damn guys, gonna be gone for a little bit. We'll be going on a trip in their favorite rocket ship, going over to the Jal Hills, that kind of thing. So I'll be taking a little bit of a reprieve. I'll see you guys by the end of the week for more Starcraft action. In the meantime, you guys have been checking on out. The registration for a Starcraft Brood War tournament is coming our way. 25k prize pool, I believe. Half of that will be coming from the reg fee, the other from the sponsor. So that is really cool. I don't know much details about it, but you can check that out in our Facebook group. But yeah, Brood War. Not bad to see Brood War again. The Sybil Trading Combine gonna be, by the time of recording, by this day, around this time as well on the week. So a lot of StarCraft action happening for the PH scene. To be sure to join on into those games. As the Extractor now coming on up for Trichinopoly. He is gonna go for that hatchery as well. In the meantime, AgentX doing the same, but went for the earlier pool first. So more Zerglings coming the way of AgentX, playing more of the aggression. And speaking of the aggression, the Overlords are floated on by AgentX a little quicker on the scout, gonna be able to see this coming. So for Trichinopoly, it is gonna be all about that economy. In the meantime, here we go with the Zerglings from AgentX, but creep spread can be very important. And when you go for the pool first as well, you usually want to have a quicker and earlier timing on your queen. So it's twofold. Not only the Zerglings to go for the pokes, to go for the aggression, to even take care of a worker or two, but also the queen get started with the creep tumors early, as well as that spawn larvae. It really is up to any Zerg player on what is more important to them. Anyway, still, the lull before the storm, we are gonna get metabolic boost coming our way from AgentX. In the meantime, Trichinopoly will be building up those queens from the two hatcheries. Worker count though in favor of the blue Zerg with that second production structure ready to go. In the meantime, a handful of Zerglings plus one. If you have a handful of Zerglings that are 6, I guess you have an extra finger or something. They are gonna run on out. Look at the scouts through the ruins of the Terran Dominion. Actually, this is the Dominion, maybe it's a Confederacy. It depends on what planet this is on. Might be Tartosonis tile set instead. Now we do have drones in position out in front, but they haven't turned into spine crawlers as of yet. And the Zerglings here from AgentX looking to get some damage done. Looking to surround for the Queen, and it doesn't have energy. It might be at get takedown. The drone's gonna be there as well, and the Queen will fall. That is a big hit there from AgentX, losing only 3 Zerglings into the fights. Gonna have another one out and about. This time there is the mop up, but honestly the Zerglings paying for themselves, and more the energy from the queens being proliferated, as well as the surround. One more time, the Evo Chamber gonna be in the way, and this time the queen providing to be a wall instead. How many buildings is he building? He's microing his macro right now, using them as a wall. Apparently, man, the blue Zerg taking a page out of US government, building a wall where you don't need one. Evo Chamber, though, getting nibbled on down, and this is a heavy investment from Trichinopoly. So the Evo Chambers do pop on out, and he will be able to double pump, triple pump those upgrades even. He might want to cancel this one by the tail end, not gonna happen. And we now see a blue Zerg caught between his own web. So 4 Evo Chambers, interesting enough, gonna allow Trichinopoly to just keep on macroing behind this. But in the meantime, AgentX forcing that one to happen. We'll go for a 3rd hatchery instead. I love the aggression from AgentX, and he will also take down a Overlord there from Trichinopoly. Honestly, the blue Zerg putting himself in a bit of predicament. Could have cancelled this one and put the queen out in front instead. The spine crawler would have been enough for the defense. But now AgentX just having fun, enjoying what is going on. What can Trichinopoly do? He is on Lair Tech already. We do see AgentX looking to do the same, but AgentX really looking good into this game. Now, as a Blue Zerg, there are two things you can do right now, maybe even three. You can go for the Nidus Network and just come in through there. You can also go for the Spire just if you want to play the Mealess Pokes. But it seems like with the Roach Warren out and about, we are going to see some movement speed for the Roaches. Maybe Tunning Claws, it might be the option here for our Blue Zerg. Get that burrow as well and just zip those Roaches down below and go for the aggression. The bigger issue right now is Trichinopoly is now getting caught up in terms of that workers, as AgentX has that herd hatchery out and about. Might be looking for a fort as well. In the meantime, the Roach is on the other side. And we will see Ventral Sacks here for AgentX. I love the individual upgrade. Gonna be spitting out those Zerglings. And here you go, slowly plopping on down. The Overlord getting some work done. The Trichinopoly know this is coming. Doesn't see it as of yet. The creep charms being spread. And it's going to be a scary Armis. Here we go with the Zerglings coming on out. AgentX might have wanted to wait just a little bit before anything else happened. But in the meantime, we do see the folks onto the main base. The Queen quite in a predicament. Does 2 kills already. Need some more Zerglings still from AgentX, and here we go again with the run on in. Some workers dying already in the main base, and I love the cheekiness from AgentX. I really wish she just waited just a little bit more to have all those Zerglings in mass and gets pretty much sufficient takedowns. But it is what it is, becomes a brawl instead, and now the Zerglings will get taken down, cooked up by the acid. And overall, Trichinopoly gonna be able to defend this one with the wall intact. It's a little bit of a reset, but this is still good for AgentX. She's just backing on those minerals and sending in a number of Zerglings to go for the funnel one more time. Might be the same case, putting them in the Overlord. Just gonna be plopping on down, but Trichinopoly now knows that this is coming. The Creep Tumor is in position. Now, when you're going for a wall bust, you might want to take a page out of Z versus anything else and build up Banelings instead. You do see the Evil Chamber burning on up. Since it's mechanical, it is gonna be some real fire instead. Speaking of fire, all these Zerglings just falling on down, and AgentX pretty much wasting the lives of those insect drones. But anyway, it is, it's fine, because AgentX is heavily in the lead in the mineral count right now, keeping on with the gas as well. In the meantime, we are going to see a Spire here for the Red Zerg, which is very interesting. Again, Bane Bus might have been the only thing needed. The Overlord now getting hit a little bit, and we'll see AgentX really trying to keep this Overlord alive, trying to get the Overseer. The Queen, though, still has the range. And this is sad tidings for the Overseer. Try to turn into something else. Sometimes, guys, when you want to make a change, there's always something pulling you back. But anyway, the Overseer is all good in the hood. And in the meantime, we do see the Roaches out and about, going for the secondary base. The drone's gonna get pulled already. The Spire does come on out. AgentX will lose the element of surprise in this one, because Trichinopoly has the scouts in check. But some really good damage done. Yes, we did see one of the Evil Chambers broken down by the Blue Zerg. We will see the surround, though, on both sides. Pretty even in this matchup. A few wasted opportunities for both players. But it's all good in the hood. They're just trying to get better as much as they can. For now, though, here comes the Mutas. Does Trichinopoly have the Spore Crawlers, rather, to defend his base? It seems like it's not the case. Trichinopoly instead gonna go for that third, and we'll look to build the economy as much as possible. For now, though, another Queen will get surrounded, will get taken down. Here we go with the Overseer will as well, just flying on in. The Mule is out and about. Should have free range into this one, and all depends right now how AgentX is gonna play this. Mules are quite hefty against, you know, those light units, especially the drones, especially the Zerglings. But in the meantime, the Queens are a little bit of a different matter. They are very, very pesky. Gonna be fending off a handful of those Mules. The Overseer just flying along as well. And instead, gonna go for the pokes. The Spire play right here from AgentX not gonna be as effective as can be. It's honestly really weird to see the Zerg, you know, turn into fire instead of the blood, instead of the goop. It really is based on the skin that it is playing on in with. And speaking of the skin, it seems like Alma skin gonna be changing things up onto the Hydrogen tech here for Trichinopoly. He is still on Lair tech. In the meantime, AgentX gonna be on the same 3 bases to 2. Trichinopoly looking to get that third. And AgentX right now still a little imposing with that Muta and Zergling composition. In the meantime, the Roaches are very, very armored and very, very tanky against many different aspects of AgentX attack. Now look at the worker on the army supply. Trichinopoly still in the lead apparently after all of that. The roach attack really putting in some work. The Spore Crawler though does some fire into the air. We'll see the Mulus fly on over to the bottom left one more time. Here we go for the pokes though. The third hatchery trying its best to be any kind of productive, but it seems like it's not going to be the case here for the Blue Zerg. The Roach is still going to get pulled. Here we go again with the Brawl. The Mulus is going to be giving chase as well. And now the Roaches have to shrug off all the damage from the Mulus. These Blade Worms can't hurt too much to them, but still, free damage here from Agent X. Gonna give chase. Trichinopoly has to run into the confines of her base instead. We will see one of those changelings as well, just flying on around. But in the meantime, Hydras as well as Queens gonna mop up one. So overall, Agent X has to circumnavigate pretty much everywhere on the map. Still a changeling in position. The Roaches though breaking one of the creep tumors, I believe, and a click 2. Getting rid a little bit more of that extra movement speed. In the meantime, Agent X has been stuck on 3 bases, but we will see an engagement into the front lines. Instead, wants to go for the Queens first and foremost. The Hydralisk though doing some really good damage, poking away at the air. And this is a very scary composition here for Trichinopoly. Roaches, Hydralisk, and Queens all getting that +1 upgrade to go. Agent X in the meantime still on the back foot as back on out. But more Mutalisks coming the way of a red Zerg. Is there anything else though in her favor? Seems like it's not the case. So how can Agent X win this one out in this fight? Gonna lose an Overlord as well. The opportunity right here, right now. The Roaches are first and foremost with that movement speed upgrade. And they have no anti-air capacities. In the meantime, the Hydralisk now is slithering on over. And we'll see if a Zergling wave might be enough to make a game changer into this one. Let's go for the pokes. The Zerglings out in front, go for the tank as well. And this is perfectly done by Agent X. The Hydralisks are getting chewed on by the Zerglings. The Mutalisks now gonna get the surrounds. There is a split on the focus fire. And it seems like the Mutalisks is gonna be a little more into this fight. Agent X gonna mop that one up. Trichinopoly in the meantime, losing all the Roaches and the Hydras, not playing that one right. A little unfortunate there. When you have those Hydras, you really need to focus fire onto those Mutalisks instead of anything else on the ground. You can't just A-click and hope for the best. And this time, here comes the A-click from Agent X. We go for that third one more time, really shutting down Trichinopoly and any kind of endeavors to go for the push. For now though, the Mutalisks trying to clean this one up. Hydralisk again slithering on in, and the big issue right now for Trichinopoly is it does not have any creep in position for this one. Hydras versus Mutas, has a lot of damage being done to the air units, but at the same time, at the same vein, Agent X giving him the same treatments, and honestly, very even between our two players, but Agent X having another set of Mutalisks coming into play. Now the problem is she is running out of minerals and gas. Trichinopoly, meantime, all green in that one, and Trichinopoly gonna call GG pretty early into this one. Interesting enough, I really feel like if Trichinopoly played this a little more safe, with some Spore Crawlers, with some more Queens, with some more creep spread, he could have taken the win with a more standard Roach Hydralisk composition, but Agent X just not letting up, being cheeky as well, being very creative with the Sack Zergling drop. But in the end, it is going to be the Red Zerg taking the win. That's going to be one for the books. I'll see you guys in the next one.